Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker Enhanced Edition with me, BringItDon. So off camera, I did run back to friendly territory to see how long we have left on Narissa's dream quest or mission. We still have 15 days, so we're going to continue to explore the Thousand Voices region. And I guess do the Castle of Knives. It's a pretty lengthy area, a lot of stuff to do here. I think we have to come back here later for story-relevant stuff anyway. I could be wrong. A lot of stuff happens here is connected to the main story. I think we do have to come back here later. But if it's already cleared out, well, hot dog. Plus, I think there's an item, a really good item we can get here as well. Well, I guess it depends on the choices you make. We'll see.
And Lindsay was called forth.
It kind of sucks that none of our spells are up because I didn't rest.
I'll take care of it. Draws near. Open to your orders.
Oh boy.
Yes.
That's my last round, so I'm not going to use that yet.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Well, we'll just see what we can do with what we have.
My skills are getting rusty.
I thought
Just
you'd
letting
never
the
ask.
ink dry.
Patience. Keep your eyes open.
That should be good for now. Let's quick save and start wandering about. The 7-acre wood. Alpha warg. More like dead warg. Oh, I get it. There's a whole bunch of them coming. Yeah, right now, I do want to finish exploring like, all the regions we can go to, so that I can finish killing all the monsters for that key quest. So we can get back to the Lonely Barrow and get inside of it.
I'm there.
Maybe it's not as big as I remember it being. Remember this area being pretty large.
Taste
We'll
my
do it.
fury.
Ah, we're gonna get poisoned.
Strike
Let's
with
make kill it
a weapon.
first. Get it, guys.
Your strike wasted.
Well, thank goodness for fortitude saves. Tree Crest Buckle. A knick-knack from a long-forgotten elven kingdom. An expert in antiquities may find it interesting. Oh yeah, that's right, Kamala the Phoenix is here. We'll deal with that in a second. What do we see?
I do what I must.
I have no idea what we just spotted. Alright, whatever, let's talk to Kamala the Phoenix. A satyr and a nymph are watching a dark-skinned elf whose arms are dancing, gracefully making magical gestures in a sort of ritual. Noticing you, she stops her ceremonial dance and greets you with a light bow, respectful and dignified. You're Don Victus, warrior king, the first to bring peace to the Stolen Lands. I sought a meeting with you, and fate has allowed our paths to cross. My name is Kamala. And who are you? Kamala the Phoenix from the Suragaman Order. Or Suragaman? Suragaman? Suragaman Order. Humble follower of the wise way of Teacher Avalo. The Suragaman Order is relatively unknown, but you've heard stories. They are followers of good and order, whose teacher Avalo, a native of Jalmaray, preaches complete nonviolence. Why were you looking for me? Mysterious and sinister events are happening in your lands. The border between worlds grows thin, and someone's hand reaches through it, plotting the deaths of you and your subjects. My brothers and sisters from the Suragaman Order have come to help you stand firm against this unknown enemy, if you desire our help, and if you pass our trials and prove you are worthy of it. And what are you doing with these Fae? They were brought to this world unwillingly, and their mischievous temper could mean a lot of trouble for the local people. The border between worlds here is thin and feeble, like the worn-out cloth of a monk's frock. I have charmed them to sit still for a bit, while I prepare to send them home. Tell me about your order. Teacher Avalo founded our people to help people who walk the path of good remain steadfast, and to give those who've lost their way a place to come back to. The backbone of our philosophy is nonviolence. This doesn't mean we are helpless, but we believe there is a future when no one in our world will wish to take up weapons against their neighbor. I hear peace and wisdom in these words, like the sound of the sea within a shell. If there ever comes a day when the fire of anger fades from the world, I would like to see its dawn. What does this trial consist of? The heart of the way is practice, the ability to subdue anger, negotiate without threat, to quell a conflict before a spark becomes a fire. I imagine the king must be familiar with such things. With your permission, I would like to test you, here and now. Look at these Fae. I charmed them so they wouldn't interfere while I open a portal into their native world. I will release them now. To pass the trial, you must convince the Fae to remain still while I prepare to send them home. Try to do this without threatening them, and don't let them charm you. Nope. Goofed up big time. Oh no, I wanted to leave so I could quick save. No. It's alright, we'll just blow through it again real quick. Feels silly though.
Anything is possible.
Come on, give me that sweet haste so we can just sprint up there again.
I grant you death.
Amateurs.
Well, I wouldn't say that it went as smoothly as it did last time. Hey, we don't have an undead in the party anymore, so our channel positive energy benefits everybody.
A clever plot. We'll do it the hard way.
Taste my fury.
There we go. Alright, let's quick save and then talk to Kamala again. Alright, I agreed to undergo your trial. Fine, let's begin. Kamala lifts a spell from the Fae with a graceful gesture, and starts casting another spell to send them home. The nymph and the satyr look at you mischievously. Some prank is obviously brewing in their heads. Tell me, who are you, and what are you doing here? I am Mirheen, and this is Kinesius, and we are bored. Yes, frightfully bored. Everywhere else it's changing, flickering, like this and like that. But here it's always the same all the time. The trees don't walk, the mountains don't fly, and you're such fools. Ha ha ha. Everything is so strange here. How do you live here at all? We've been sitting here for 100 million years. We're so bored. Let's go for a walk. We'll show you something wonderful. You'll love it. And you'll be rich. You mortals love treasure, right? There you go. There's plenty of treasure around here. But without us, you'll never find it your whole life. I'd rather hear about your adventures. Oh, we've had such adventures. You have no idea. Beyond your wildest dreams. For instance, once we had Manicore races. Another time we met the Lantern King himself. He gave us a copper coin, half a pie, and a silk stocking. And one time, some hunters wandered into us. We danced with them, and we danced until we dropped. Oh, but then we got up, and for some reason, they didn't. That's it. It's time for you to go home. No. We've only just arrived. We aren't going anywhere. The satyr takes out a pan flute and starts playing. You feel drowsy for a moment, but the spell's effects quickly clear. Realizing his spell didn't work, the satyr hides his flute. Alright, we should probably go. There's no place like home. Alright, go. Safe travels. Alright. Congratulations, you have passed my trial. Your will is strong, and it cannot be broken by spells or by the most frightful enemy, the bloodthirsty beast that lurks inside each of us. I invite you to meet the other masters of the Order and pass their trials. Don't be afraid of failure. No one in this world is perfect. We must be sure that those who we help are worthy. Set off to the Temple of the Elk. Brother Visaka, the Unicorn, is awaiting you there for your next trial. And tell me a bit more about your order. Unlike many monastic orders, we do not teach martial arts. The secrets we share are meant for sowing peace and accord, not destruction. You will learn more from my brothers and sisters when you find them. Kamala the Phoenix. This name doesn't sound elven. When I passed all the trials and joined the Order, the teacher gave me a new name in the language of his homeland, as is his way. Kamala means lotus, a flower that grows from swamp mud but glows with immaculate whiteness. It is a symbol that speaks for itself. As for Phoenix, that's something like a title. It refers to those who have burned away their primitive instincts and revived pure force of will from their ashes. Before I walked the wise way, I did much harm and many stupid things, for I was controlled by the animal inside me. Now that it has no power over me, I follow the path of law and good, as shown by the teacher. Familiar rhetoric about the internal beast. We should have sent you to the inconsequent debates. You'd smooth-talk the host in the blink of an eye. It's naive to believe that a ruler of savage lands could be a pacifist. We do not ask that you take the same vow of non-violence that we have. There's much evil in the world, and alas, this age of fire and steel, he who puts down his weapon often becomes food for monsters. Still, we try to help those who do lesser harm. None of us will live to see a peaceful Galarian, but we all do our parts to make it possible. Yeah, it's a hard and thankless job you're doing, but I'm glad the world has the likes of you in it. There are more of us than you think. Everyone who tries to do good sometimes feels like a tiny, lonely ship in a storm of pain, violence, and evil. One of our main goals is to unify the vision of all whose good will is strong, that they may act together. And what do you know about the power behind the portals? We will share our knowledge with you when you prove you're worthy of our help. Alright, well I have to go. So long, Your Highness. May your way be wise. Alright, we will run across her at a later date. Oh, there's a chest over there. It's probably what I found the first time. Now I can't find it. Alright. Who has our highest perception? 29, 30. Alright, so we will give him... Where's it at? Looking for Al's wisdom. Do not have any more?
Look ahead.
Alright, we're spotting something. I just don't know what.
I'm there.
I'm assuming it's this chest, right? But I can't interact with it. I'm gonna quick save real quick and then reload back into here and see if it will have it to interact with it. So we succeeded at it the first time. Now we're not succeeding. So a quick load might take care of it.
In due time.
Nope, doesn't seem to be the case. Well, that's super disappointing. I mean, I can obviously see that there's a chest there. Oh, it's gonna bug me that I can't loot that. Oh well. Can't have everything your way.
My search was not in vain.
Ancient Elven Bead. Mobility
A
check.
trivial task.
And a trap.
Applause, please.
Alright, we'll quick save and then
Anything else?
another Ancient Elven Bead, Raise Dead, and Heals. Wow, that's a good
Do
find.
what I must. That was easy.
Alright. These are two characters that are involved with the main story. You grave-rotted imbecile, you broke it. Really an early witch? You seek aid from these pathetic creatures? Don't try your mind games on me, Wormface. I know these are your minions. We did nothing of the sort, Crone. You destroyed our property. You already do it daily.
I need inspiration.
This will hurt.
Clever ploy.
We're not doing very well right now. It's a pretty tough fight, all things considered.
Nice. Got it.
Oh wow, we were getting messed up. What is killing us? Yeah, that's a tough fight. Regardless of how you look at it, it's a difficult fight. A lot of really nasty enemies there.
I failed.
Oh, come on now.
I'm sorry.
Alright, fine. We'll reload again. Yeah, those purple worms are just... they're pretty difficult.
Anything else?
That was easy. In due time.
I feel like I should probably just rest. Let's rest, so I get my spells back.
I am curious, Master Jubilost, how you decided to start making a map of the stolen lands, and at such a perfect time. A little known region, but one ready for intensive development. And whoever makes a good map first writes his name in history.
It was a scientist's intuition, young lady. To judge correctly where to invest your talent and resources is a very serious task.
What troubles you?
Okay.
Was lost in thought.
Quadritium Turinos. Ona Adayana. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
I'll take care of it.
Alright, that's probably going to be good for now. Let's see.
Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi
My
Travisi.
skills are getting rusty.
Ona Adayanam.
Now we need to put Death Ward on everybody because we were getting our levels taken away from us over there.
Rashani Savitur. Rashani Savitur. Rashani Savitur. Rashani Savitur. Rashani Savitur.
Alright, that should be enough for now. Let's go ahead
Anything
and
is possible.
haste up again. Actually, before we get over there, Where is it at? There it is. Yeah, 2 minutes. That's good. So yeah, the Wriggling Man and the not something witch. This guy is extremely powerful. She's not so bad. An early witch, that's what she's called.
Who will prevail? Does it matter? I'm glad you did. Cannot hide from me. Still got it.
Alright, so it looks like it's some sort of fire damage. Let's get
Strike my masterpiece. This wound, my gift to you.
Nope, not quite. Gosh darn it. Main character went down. But yeah, it looks like it's some sort of fire spell, so let's I should just look at the combat log and see what's doing this to me.
The end draws near.
We'll actually just go ahead and go the whole 9 yards here. Oh wait, it
Just
hastes.
letting the ink dry. He's got some dexterity damage. I should get Lindsay and Ekadio back a little further, because they don't need to be up that close.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
A clever ploy.
Cannot hide.
I'm letting you out of our story.
Will they ever burn?
Sheikah the Mini. The figure before you wears gray robes, yet the body beneath them flickers, changing age, gender, and race. One moment an ancient elven man, the next a young human woman, then a tattooed dwarf, and so on. They raise an eyebrow. Well, did you get it for us? Our grand old friends, and their grand old habit of speaking in riddles. This isn't the first time we met, but I'm still curious. Who are you? Our name is Sheikah, though some call us the Many. We're the eldest, the Fey gods of the First World. We embody that which you think is time, entropy, and reincarnation. And why does your face shift like that? My, you're the bold one, aren't you? Our form changes because there have been many Sheikahs, and there will be many more. Long ago we decided to live interspersed rather than sequentially, so that we could each experience all of eternity. It's far more interesting that way. What does an eldest want with me? What does every god want, child? Quick and obedient service with a minimum of annoying questions. You mortals often leave something to be desired in that respect, but we hope you'll prove us wrong. Does Narissa know you're here? No. And trust us when we say that you'll find it better for all involved if you keep it that way. Well, a pleasure to meet you. We assure you, the pleasure is ours. And who are those two? The Gnarly Witch and the Wriggling Man are Narissa's chief advisors. The Witch is a priestess of the Hag Goddess, twisting plants to her whim. The Wriggling Man was a mortal wizard who saw undeath as a swarm of grave worms. They're Narissa's most powerful allies, and they absolutely despise each other. Recently, they've been battling over the first crown. That was fun. I was even hoping for an encore. Why can't it always be like that? Our enemies fight each other, and we get to watch them and clap. Why do they hate each other? A creature like Nerissa has no true friends, but she rewards her allies well. Both the Gnarly Witch and the Wriggling Man seek to be her right hand, ruling her so-called kingdom by her side. Neither of them are the sharing sort. Did you say he was made of worms? It's amazing the lengths you mortals would go to avoid death. Honestly, the whole mortality business seems like a hassle. We're glad the First World doesn't bother. What is there to be glad of? The creatures of the First World enjoy the illusions of immortality, but even they are powerless to change the world's final destination. One day, every path will finish, every thread will be cut, and every life will find its end. And what's the first crown? Crown, not crowned. A magical bauble, the enchanted crown of the first king whose kingdom Nerissa destroyed. She gave it to the Gnarly Witch as a token of her regard, but now that the Wriggling Man is the nymph's current favorite, he feels it rightfully belongs to him. They've been fighting over it for weeks. And what's the first crown? Alright, and where can I find it? In the course of their fighting, the Gnarly Witch and Wriggling Man accidentally broke the crown into 3 pieces, the magical backlash teleporting each piece somewhere within this forest. If we knew exactly where, we wouldn't need you to search for them, would we? And what's in it for me? You're after the self-styled Nymph Queen, yes? While we won't punish her directly, Nerissa's recent overreach annoys me. Bring us the crown, and we promise you an easier time overthrowing her. And why do you want it? A good rule for surviving the First World is to never ask a Fey Lord why. Honestly, most mortals are overjoyed to get a divine quest. Let's just say that the crown has the potential to make significant ripples in this timeline, and we'd like to guide them in a positive direction. We could get it ourselves, of course, but there are... Sheikah waves vaguely. Politics. I'll do it. Excellent. We'll be here when you return. Get what for you? Okay. Oh, okay, this is interesting. So get what for you? Oh, that's right. You don't know about that yet, do you? Honestly, we don't know how you people can handle only moving one way through time. But that's besides the point. We need you to retrieve the first crown for us. Alright. So she's an interesting character, or it, because it's, again, the mini.
You should take a look.
And so, she lives in multiple timelines at the same time. Oh,
Anything is possible.
Yes, I'm still here.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
Patrizio Turinos!
one of the summoned creatures over here, so the swarm goes after them instead of,
So, any brilliant ideas?
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Alright, everybody chill out for a minute. I'll try to have Canera put a wall down.
Taste my fury.
This will hurt!
Gosh darn it, dude. Oh, this is so freaking nasty, man. Where's this quick save at? I hate those creatures with a passion. I think I've before the... Yeah, gosh darn it. What a pain in the butt. Like they... I don't know why they exist in the game. They're such a pain. And I don't know of a way to counter outside of like area of effect spells, which I'm lacking in this party. But I guess
Require my assistance?
We do have bombs, so I guess we could be using those. A lot of reloading this episode. Alright, cool. Let's go take care of these darn swarms. I feel like I haven't made any progress because I keep reloading the same darn things.
Let's make this quick.
Cannot hide from me.
A clever ploy. Amateurs.
Run! Oh crap.
This will hurt.
Alright, we did it. Oh, what an awful experience. Tree Crest Comb.
I'm off.
Man.
Patience.
Hate those guys. Alright, the forest here looks blasted apart by a meteorite, complete with fallen trees and a crater at its center. Surrounding the crater are several huge, twisted trees. Suddenly the trees turn to look at you, and a jagged maw opens in one of the trunks. With a voice like creaking wood, the treant says, "Who disturbs the prayers to our fallen friends? More of the Wriggling Man's obscene minions? Use Detect Magic." There are plenty of lingering traces of magic from the battle between the Wriggling Man and the Gnarly Witch. However, the piece of the first crown shines brighter than any of them. It's obvious that the first crown is a remarkable and mysterious magical item. I'm nobody's minion. Then you are not our concern. Leave this place, and let us mourn our dead. Fallen friends, what happened here? The Wriggling Man happened. The trance words are slow and sad. In his attempt to steal the first crown from our mistress, he broke it. The magic blasted apart this grove. You stand among the corpses of our beloved trees. We must pray for the healing of this place, then return this hateful crown to its rightful owner, the Gnarly Witch. Forest wounds heal easily, much harder healing the soul of one who has lost their loved ones. Why did the Wriggling Man try to steal the crown? Why does the Wriggling Man do anything? Because he's a vile, disgusting creature who seeks to rob our mistress of her place at the Nymph Queen's side. He is the rot in the wood, a weed to be pulled, the larva that devour a forest. The Gnarly Witch will cure the 1,000 breaths of his sickness. Well, if you hate the crown so much, let me take it to the witch. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss. As we are, the treant turns back to his prayers. If you hate the crown so much, let me take it to the witch. The treant ponders this for several moments. At last he says, "That is wise. You could take the crown to the Gnarly Witch for us, while we comfort the grieving forest." Easy peasy. Easily manipulated. Sorry, Treebeard.
I'll try.
Which is one of my favorite cinematic scenes in any movie, is the last march of the Ents in the
Each step
two
brings
towers.
us closer to the end.
Isn't it down at the bottom? How do I get to it? Or did they already give it to me? Oh, already have the fragment. Never mind then.
I'm there.
Ooh. Let's quick save. I don't know where this athletics check is going to take us.
Completed.
Chain shirt +5.
Done. In due time.
Well, she's not taking damage from it, so for right now, it's not a problem. Alright, we'll get back down here, then I'll call it an episode. And again, I feel like I didn't really make a lot of progress because I kept having to reload. I think it'll be okay. The next one will make more progress, hopefully. We'll probably finish up this area. Alright, well anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.
Time to act.